How's everyone tonight? Hope you've had a good Saturday. I have had a less stormy day, so that's a good thing. We have had a little rain. My dad has his power back. My mom ended up losing hers overnight, but hers, I take that back. Mom has her power back. She lost it overnight. Dad still does not have his back. And it went out, gosh, yesterday afternoon. So he's going on 36 hours with no power. So I'm fortunate that I still have mine, but every once in a while we get lucky, don't we? So tonight we have a couple of jerseys that we're going to open, a football jersey and a baseball jersey. And we are also going to open a case of Spectra basketball and a case of Optic baseball. So we've got all kinds of fun on tap tonight. Hi, Greg. Hi, Katie. I see you guys in chat and gals. Before we get started ripping into our boxes and packs, we have a little info to go over. So let's roll through some of this. So first off, feedback. I get asked this all the time. My feedback is automated on eBay. So anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantaneously get it in return, thanks to the magic of automation. And then, of course, the second thing there that is the most important thing is I want to say thanks to everyone. I appreciate it when you bid with me and break with me and chat with me and watch the break. So I'm glad to have you with me, and thanks for spending part of your Saturday night with me. We're looking right now at breaks that are listed on eBay coming up over the next 5 days. So all the stuff that we're about to talk about here are things you can bid on right now if you're interested in them. And so tomorrow night, we're going to break a full case of Inception baseball and a half case of Allen and Genter baseball. On Monday, we'll bust into a case of the Onyx Clubhouse Collection game-used batting gloves. That's a mouthful. Those are usually autographed too. I mean, last year they were used and autographed. And boy, let me tell you, one box of those we opened last year, yeah, you knew it was game-used. There was some BO sweat odor coming out of those things. Man alive. About knocked me over when I opened the box. Usually they don't smell that way, but yeah, some of them are definitely quite used. We will also open a Gold Rush Series 2 autographed full-size football helmet, a half case of Gold Standard football, and a fourth case of Spectra. That's all on Monday. On Tuesday, we're going to open a triple play baseball box that will have an autographed jersey, an autographed baseball, and an autographed photograph in it. So those are always fun. We'll open a fifth case of Spectra and a 10th case of Inception. When we get to Wednesday, we're going to open a Hit Parade Series 8 autographed football jersey. It's Tom Brady and I don't remember who else on the checklist, but you'll see it there in the listing. We will also open a full case of Cornerstones basketball that will come out that day on Wednesday, and a full case of Certified Football, or a full inner case, 12-box sealed inner case. It also comes out on Wednesday. We'll open it Wednesday night. Thursday, we'll find us with another Game Day Greats autographed football jersey, another full-size helmet, some more Clubhouse Collection game-used batting gloves, more Gold Standard, and more Certified. So that's what we're looking like in the days ahead for tonight. There's a lot of information on this page, so let me kind of roll through here real quickly. First up tonight, we'll open the autographed football jersey. Then we will open the autographed baseball jersey, then Spectra, then Optic. So if you're waiting on Optic, I'm going to say you're probably looking at maybe 30, 35 minutes, give or take, 5 or 6 minutes, somewhere in that general vicinity. 2 different projected shipping dates here. Our free shipping breaks, which are the jersey breaks, projecting to ship out on Friday. Sometimes I get those out sooner, but for the most part, if you're in a free shipping break with me, plan on it being 5, 6, 7 days, and just be happier if, be pleasantly surprised if I get it out sooner. Our paid shipping breaks tonight, that is Spectra and Optic. I am projecting those to get out the door on Wednesday. As always, if I can get one of those out faster, I certainly will. Last but not least is consolation cards. There's a couple of things you need to know about this. If your team does not pull anything in your break, not a single thing, not a base card, or in the case of the memorabilia, you don't pull the item, you are entitled to a consolation trading card for your team. It can be from any year, any series. I just kind of pick one out at the time that it goes out the door. And I track that stuff for a rolling 90 days. If you're in one of the free shipping breaks, I usually just hold it until you have a package going where you have pulled a card or an item. and then I gather them all up for the prior 90 days from whatever point you have a package going, and send them all out at once. If you don't want to wait on it and you're in one of the free shipping breaks, just send me a message on eBay. I can shoot it out to you, plain white envelope stamp kind of deal. If you're in one of the paid shipping breaks tonight, that would be Spectra and Optic. If you happen to get skunked in one of those, I don't think anybody will in Optic, and hopefully nobody will in Spectra. But if that should happen to you, whatever card or cards you would be due would ship with the rest of the break, since that's a paid shipping break. So that's the boring stuff. Now we're moving onward to the fun part. 2018 TriStar Game Day Greats Autograph Football Jersey break number 24. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Saturday night, the 21st of July. And of course, we have our team names there on the left, winning bidders across from it on the right-hand side. And there will be a new spreadsheet that will go up before each and every break. So if you don't happen to be in this break, just hang tight. You'll see your name up there when we do get to your break. And last but not least, I am removing the autofocus feature, taking that off, setting the focus manually, which does make the background go just a tad out of focus, but not to worry. Do not adjust your television. Yeah, you know, that was from a long time ago, back when you used to actually have to adjust the television dial. We haven't had to do that in a long, long time, huh? Gina, hi. How are you? Or yo, back to you. Katie, all the Spectra teams did sell. The only thing I've got hanging out right now is a San Francisco Giants spot in the jersey break, in the baseball jersey break. Actually, I've got a couple of people that haven't paid yet, but they are people I know, so hopefully that's going to get squared away. And Salvatore, how are you? Okay, our jersey tonight is Walter Jones. That's going to be the Seattle Seahawks. And, of course, that's just a little information card. That's just a little, piece of paper. The important part we should find in here. So there, of course, you can see if I can get it turned a little better. I'm not necessarily going to take it out of the plastic, but there's your Walter Jones signature. Right there is your hologram authentication sticker. Here is your TriStar Authentic little piece of paper that goes with it. This looks like a custom jersey to me. Yeah, I guess we will take it out. Because it feels heavy, like it wouldn't be a custom jersey, but yet it looks like it's custom jersey. So, yeah, it is. Okay, see, there's no NFL thing or logo man or whatever. So it is a custom jersey for Walter Jones and the Seahawks, a Hall of Famer. Fairly newly elected, I think, to the Hall of Fame, as a matter of fact. Yeah, 2014, so a new Hall of Famer. Oh, Gina. Oh, I saw you put yes, and I thought, oh, you're going to hit this one, but you didn't hit this one. I'm so sorry. I got all happy there for a minute when I saw the yes, and then I saw after it another consolation card. And, oh, no. Sorry. All right, let me get our spreadsheet back up. That was good, wasn't it? Let me get a. Yeah, that was excellent. Let's try that again. Okay, what we are looking at right now, you just saw a moment ago. So I'm going to assume that everyone pretty much saw this, but if you didn't and you tuned in late, please look up and take a moment there to review the information you see about shipping dates and consolation cards. We are getting ready to open a 2018 Gold Rush autograph baseball jersey. This is break number 15. And same format as before. There's one difference. San Francisco Giants. This is a new one even for me. You guys who bid with me often, you know how many times I get stuck with people who bid and they don't pay, or they bid and they'll immediately email you and say they're not going to pay, and all the just crazy stuff that people do. And there's a lot of crazy stuff that people do. This is a new one even for me. Guy sends me a message and says he bidded. He bid. I mean, I'm trying to say like butt dialed, except he butt bid, right? Okay, that's, I guess, the way you would say it, butt bid. So his assertion is that he somehow not only managed to get into the auction, but also to place a bid for a very specific amount, like he said it was 8,000 some odd dollars and some odd cents. So supposedly now, his butt all by itself clicked into the auction, entered this very specific dollar amount, then bid, and then confirmed that bid, all without his knowledge. That is one handy butt, isn't it? I wonder if it also does housework. But anyway, so San Francisco Giants is open because of that. I sent someone a second chance offer. I don't think they saw it, so there we go. I get to eat the cost on another bid. Yay. JSA authentication matches our JSA authentication sticker, and our jersey is Sutter. And it is, of course, the Cubbies, but it's also custom because there's no MLB. I thought there might be because it seemed kind of like, felt kind of like it might be an MLB jersey, but I guess it's not. But anyway, the Cubbies have themselves a nice little hit there. And of course, your card matches your sticker. When you get this, same for the football jersey, please make sure that you find this card before you throw out your packing materials, because I'll fold it up in the jersey, but sometimes, you know, they shake loose and things when it's in transit, and I would hate for you to toss that out if it's something that you want to keep. So, all right, so Seahawks got our football jersey and the Cubbies with our baseball jersey. And that is going to bring us into Spectra basketball. So our jerseys are always pretty quick to get done. Now we're going to get down to the business of the evening with our first case break. So once again, projected shipping date on Spectra, Wednesday the 25th. If I can get it out to you sooner, I will. And hopefully nobody will get skunked in here. But if you do, whatever consolation card or cards you are due in Spectra will be sent with the rest of the break. So... Gina's very funny. She says, hey, I was butt bidding for the last month. Am I entitled to a refund? Well, sadly, Gina, I think that's kind of going the way of your Dan Marino autograph rookie card, I'm afraid. So this is 8 boxes of 2017-18 Spectra basketball full case break. It's break number 3. And, of course, this just came out a couple days ago. We're busting through these. And we have got team names there on the left. Winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. We had pretty good luck with our other Spectra. We've had a lot of redemptions, though. All the other Spectra we've done has had pretty good amount of redemptions in each one. So I don't kind of know, like, where everybody was, but... we hit 4 or 5, I think, in both of the other breaks. We really were nailing some redemptions. But the good news is that a lot of them were worth waiting on, you know, coming out with some of the bigger names. So don't mind waiting as much when it's the high-profile guys that we want. Need some Rockets mojo, Eric says. All right. We'll see what we can do about some Rockets mojo for you. But yeah, the guy with the butt bidding, like, I don't even know how that would be possible. I really don't. Especially to enter, I mean, that's a lot of digits. He said it was like, you know, whatever, 8,000 some odd dollars. So you're talking 4 digits there, plus some cents, some change. I don't know, whatever. And then, so he sends me the message, and of course I don't see it right away. Like, it's the weekend, so after my shipping gets done, I do have some things to get done life-wise, like grocery shopping and house cleaning and stuff like that. So I don't see the message right away. So I see it, and I cancel his bid, and I replied, hey, it's taken care of, whatever. I mean, like 30 minutes later, he sends me the nastiest message about how he's not paying for anything, and he's already called and reported this to eBay. I'm like, reported what, dude? Reported that you just, you know, kind of messed me over out of the bid and reported that you're not going to pay it? Okay, thanks. It's just crazy. Anyway... For the Rockets, there is your mojo working for you right away. We have a nice little rookie card for Key, numbered to 75. So guys, if I didn't mention this, and I don't think I did, we're going to have a base card and a parallel. The parallel is what we just saw in each pack. Then everything else is going to be memorabilia and actually 2 parallels, sorry. And everything else then will be memorabilia and autographs. It's usually 3 and 3. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson is our base card for the Nets. We'll also have a couple of case hits. Should find 2, maybe 3 base cards that are prisms, refractors, whatever you want to call them, and also a white sparkle parallel. Chris Webber to 49. That is for the Kings. Katie, oh, you saw a Chris Paul redemption earlier. Excellent. Joel Embiid, vested veterans. Where's the number on this? Is it on the back? No. Yes. It's to 49. I'm losing my mind. Yes, Katie, they track who does not pay. That's kind of a long, involved sort of thing, but yeah, they do track it. And if you do it enough, you could get in trouble, but Danny Manning for the Clippers to 99. The main thing is lots of people, myself included, we have automatic settings in place that will automatically reject bids from people who have X number of unpaid item strikes and that sort of stuff. That's to 199 for the Phoenix Suns, Elfrid Payton. So that's why people get mad when they don't pay and you open a case. Justin Patton for the T-Wolves, our first autograph. Followed by, oh boy, by a hit for the Cavaliers to 149. We're just going to leave it at that. A hit for the Cavaliers. Here come the Los Angeles Lakers. My man, Kobe Bryant. 2-5. 2-5. Lakers. Oh, what a nice hit. I like the way this case is starting out. I'm already feeling very happy about how things are going. But yeah, so they do keep track of it, and it can sort of matter in that regard, but it makes people really mad. In fact, I got a negative. Actually, I got 2. I got 2 today. One was from a guy who, he left me a negative from an auction months ago, but he could still leave feedback for some reason. Simply because he bid on a bunch of teams, 2 teams the other night, and then didn't pay for them. So, of course, my automated settings opened a case, and as soon as the case opened, he, of course, came back and left me a negative feedback, because they all retaliate that way. Orlando Magic, Jonathan Isaac to 75. Because, you know, they want you to close the unpaid item case, and then they'll try to, you know, negotiate their way out if you want the negative removed. Steph Curry is our base card. And then we have Lauri Markkanen for the Bulls. That is numbered to 25 for Lauri Markkanen. Then the other guy tagged me for because I blocked him because he did some stuff that was really wrong, and then got very aggressive on top of that. And I didn't block him till he got very aggressive, and then he got mad because I blocked him, so he left me negative 2 from a different auction. So that was fun. This is numbered to 25, and it is for the Denver Nuggets. So I guess what I'm telling you, Katie, is the moral of the story is this. If you open an unpaid item case against somebody, probably at least half the time, if they have bid with you on anything else, they're going to go back and leave you negative feedback. That's Markelle Fultz for the Sixers. It's numbered to 199. If they just have the one bid with you, they can't leave you feedback once the case is opened. But if they have other bids from the past where they had paid, that's where they'll tag you. A 1 of 1. Yay, I love this case. Kyle Lowry and the Raptors. And it's a tag. I knew it was going to be a tag when I saw the 1 of 1, or I felt like it was going to be a tag. So pretty sweet for the Raptors with a nice little 1 of 1. I love it. You guys know I love my 1 of 1s. Oh, I forgot to look over at chat for a minute. Anthony, you said you saw a Tatum Gold Auto jersey pulled today at a card show. Nice. Somebody was super happy with that. For the Cavaliers, here is Zizic, numbered to 199. We're following that up with DJ Wilson. This is a really thick card for the Bucks. It is numbered to 25, Rising Stars, and it's quite a bit thicker than the other cards in Spectra. In fact, it really feels like it's even thicker than a 180. It's maybe like probably in between a 180 and a 260. That's how it feels off the top of my head anyway. And whoever asked for their Rockets love, here comes some more. Yao Ming. Nice little autograph for the Rockets. So, Katie, you said you don't ship overseas. You had to open a case on eBay because a person from Holland wanted you to ship overseas, even though it says no international shipping. Yeah, I mean, people do some crazy stuff. I lost a whole, practically half a day going back and forth with some guy who thought that I should be responsible for paying his customs charges. And, I mean, yeah, like you said, people just, whatever. It's insane. Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz, and that is numbered to 99. Kyle Lowry and the Raptors is our base card. Here is, wow, the Rockets are really just crushing it. So they asked for it, and it's coming their way tonight. Because guess what? This is one of our silver prisms right here. One of only 2. Sometimes there are 3, but mostly there are 2 in a case. And that is key again for the Rockets. And then the Lakers, Brandon Ingram to 99. Katie says some of the player names are tricky. Listen, all the player names are tricky for me. I am terrible with pronouncing names. I am legendary at bad pronunciation of names. Artis Gilmore for the Bulls. That is numbered to 149. For the 76ers, we have Ben Simmons to 99 with a little triple relic coming our way. Yeah, the Kobe was pretty big hit there. I agree with you guys on that one. I like it. Jonas Valanciunas, 249 for the Raptors. Keith says we have to follow it up with a low number Larry Markkinen. I'm a bit behind on reading the chat. Sorry, guys. A redemption, and you know I am cruel and evil, and I'm going to make you wait. We're not going to flip it over until the end of the break. Uh-oh. Wrong sleeve mixed in. Oh, you said, Katie said some people have been talking poorly about Spectra. What are they saying? That they don't like Spectra? I mean, it's pretty much the same every year. That's to 199, Zach Collins. And the main difference this year, I guess, is that they added the white sparkle, which is nice and should bring good money. And then they added the, I was checking to see if I cut the plastic. Then they added the 2 silver prisms to the base cards. And other than that, I mean, Spectra's pretty much the same product year in, year out. So why is anybody complaining about Spectra, I wonder? Huh. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I guess maybe they don't like the hits they get or something. I'm not sure. Giannis, the Greek Freak for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo, numbered 275. Our base card is Mike Conley for the Grizzlies. And we're going to follow that up with, look there, another silver prism. This one is Jimmy Butler and the T-Wolves. Oh, you like Chris Paul from his days back in New Orleans? That's cool. Oh, D. Wally, I didn't see you on there. How are you tonight? You're talking about the Ben Simmons jersey. You said they're kind of hard to pull. They don't come up real often, I'll grant you that. Paul George and the Thunder, numbered to 49. Next up, we have Karl Malone and the Jazz. That is numbered to 149. So people are saying Spectra cards last year were better. They look pretty much the same to me. And as far as being overpriced, well, I mean, yeah, but I'm the one taking the hit on that. I mean, first night, good grief. All the breaks sold before the fees that I pay to eBay and PayPal. The breaks sold for $300 and something less than the case cost. Add on the fees, that I probably went in the whole $500 on the first case. So I don't know why they're complaining. They're not the ones going downward on it. Chris Middleton, numbered to 10 for the Milwaukee Bucks. That's a nice looking patch too. John Lucas and the Rockets to 149. But to me, the card design is really very similar. I mean, I guess there's a few minor changes, another redemption, but I don't think there's anything that's like outrageously different. Although I guess, Eric, you're right. They don't have the die cut look anymore. You're right about that. But to me, that's not a make or break. That's to 199, Jonathan Isaac and the Magic. And really, Spectra cards kind of always hold their value. So, I mean, whatever the reason that you want them, whether for your own collection or to resell it, I mean, Spectra, National Treasures, I mean, there's certain card groups that just tend to hold their value pretty well. So I'm kind of surprised that people are not feeling happy about it. Eric says he thinks Encased is overpriced versus Spectra. Well, Encased cost less per case to purchase. So I don't know, maybe you're talking about bidding, but to buy a case of Encased is significantly less than to buy a case of Spectra. You know, Spectra is a couple grand to buy a case of Spectra. It's not cheap. Here is Brooke Lopez for the Los Angeles Lakers, and it is numbered to 99. And of course, you all know I love Encased because I like the graded card in there. I like everything about Encased. So I'm probably not the one to think that one's overpriced because I really like the product. John Wall was our base card for the Wizards. And then we have the big man, Willie Cauley-Stein, numbered to, what does that say? 49 for the Sacramento Kings. Here comes Eric Gordon. Guess who? The Rockets. Yeah, the Rockets are just crushing it right now. Ever since they said, and so you said in chat, hey, you want to have a good Rockets night? Well, we're bringing you a good Rockets night. Semi Ojeleye makes an appearance for the Celtics. That is numbered, did that say 99 or 199? 99. No one in front of it for Semi Ojeleye. Otto Porter Jr. Don't pull him a whole lot. 99 for the Wizards. Oh, D. Wally says bidders are still bidding based on last year's prices. Yeah, I mean, it's a crapshoot. We all know that. I mean, sometimes you make money, sometimes you lose money, sometimes you lose a lot of money. I mean, sometimes you break even. I don't know. It's just kind of the way it flows. Antoine Jameson. That is numbered to 149. And that's true on both sides of it. You know, it's true on the bidding side as well. Sometimes you win money, sometimes you lose money, sometimes you break even, depending on what you pull. Lauri Markkanen for the Bulls. Somebody rang the bell earlier for Lauri Markkanen, and there he is for you. How about that? See, you guys are asking, and we're just delivering. We're just bringing it right to you. That is numbered to 299. Yeah, Eric, I agree. I like the White Sparkle edition. I like the 2 Silver Prisms edition as well, but I particularly like the White Sparkle. And we had one break. We had a Kobe come out as the White Sparkle out of something. Was it case 1 or case 2? Maybe case 2. But it was nice. I think it was case 1 where we had 2 white sparkles, maybe. I don't know. Just T is here. He says he's so waiting for Optic. Bradley Beal and the Wizards. That is numbered to 75. I must have been off on my estimate then, because I probably told Just T a time, and then, you know, I haven't kept up my end of the bargain, so now I'm making him wait. I'm sorry, man. I did say plus or minus 10 minutes to give myself a little margin of error. Here is Jokic for the Nuggets, and that is our white sparkle case hit that we were talking about a second ago. Here's Trey Rollins to 149 for the Atlanta Hawks. Next out, Dwight Howard to 49 for the Hornets. D. Wally is calling out for a John Collins. All right, let's see what we can do about that. This is to 199 for the Thunder with Paul George. A couple of Paul Georges coming our way tonight. Malik Monk trying to stick to the card in front of him, numbered to 299 for the Charlotte Hornets. Luke Kennard, because you know we're not going to get through this case without pulling at least one Luke Kennard. That's numbered to 299. And he shows up pretty much every case, I think, of everything. To 49, Marc Gasol and the Memphis Grizzlies. So when they ask guys to sign stuff, everybody else must have signed like a certain amount and then left. And Luke Kennard must have said, yeah, I'm going to sign that plus 10 times more. Because he is in everything. Like, you know, think about it. Think about how many cases of different things we've opened for 2017-18 basketball. And how many times out of those various breaks did you have Luke Kennard? I will answer that for you a lot. Oh, or Giannis. You wouldn't mind having Giannis come out either. Okay, all right. Gina, you said you're thinking you'd like a scotch on the rocks, so you were going Tom Collins. I got you. I'm following along with you there. Porzingis to 99 for the Knicks. And LaMarcus Aldridge is our base card for the Spurs. Ooh, look at this. Pretty for the Kings. 1 of 1. That would be our second 1 of 1 in this case. Just by the way, in case you weren't counting, we now have 2 1 of 1s in this case. Yeah. Okay, that's a good thing. To 99, the Thunder. Steven Adams. In case you wanted a second Malik Monk, here it is. To 199 for the Hornets. So now you can display his jersey alongside his signature. Kyle Lowry and the Raptors, numbered to 99. We are coming upon a hit for the Magic, and it is Wesley Iwundu. Forgot to look at his number on the back, though, didn't I? It is numbered to 299. Another redemption, so this is redemption number 4 over here in our little holding pattern. And then we have Vince Carter to 49 for the Kings, who, by the way, probably would have rather had De'Aaron Fox Panini, but thanks for the Vince Carter Panini. We would have rather maybe had De'Aaron Fox. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, D. Wally, the other 1 of 1 was a laundry tag for the Raptors earlier. Oh, Eric answered that for me. Thank you, Eric. Yes, indeed. It is pretty crazy to get 2 of them out of 1 case. But I like it. It means our night's going to go well. And we're going to hit awesome stuff all night. That's how I'm feeling. Steph Curry, numbered 299 for the Golden State Warriors. Paul George is our base card. We have a scope Reggie Miller. That is numbered to 49 for the Pacers. Reggie Lewis to 99 for the Celtics. For the Knicks, Enes Kanter to 99. The big man from Turkey, right? Isn't he from Turkey? Well, okay, here's another Paul George. This is to 99 for the Thunder. It's like the third one, I think. So I guess Panini thought Paul George was not going to re-sign with the Thunder, so they just cut up all the uniforms they had. Apparently put them all in Spectra. Adrian Dantley, that is numbered to what? 10 for the Mavericks. It's Mavericks with a little veteran Hall of Famer guy there for them. Number to 49, Caleb Swanigan. Look at that patch. That's nice. Just when the Blazers were feeling like, uh-oh, we might be going home without anything good. No, you're not. There's Caleb Swanigan. And just when the Lakers thought they couldn't do any better than they had with their Kobe Bryant to 5, yeah, you can, because here's Kyle Kuzma to 299. So the Lakers are officially happy even before we flip the redemptions. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I agree. Vince Carter is definitely a legend. I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of Vince Carter lately, and I've seen a little bit of De'Aaron Fox. So that's probably, I feel like I'm seeing a lot more Vince Carter than I am De'Aaron Fox. That's all I'm saying. Dennis Smith Jr. and the Mavericks. You know what will happen after we look at these. We'll roll over to the Panini website and verify them and find out what they're going to be numbered to. And then we have Tadosic, Rising Stars signature. I can never remember where that guy plays. Never. I don't know why. I have a mental block about it. Jordan Bell, and that is a neon blue, Rising Stars signature neon blue for the Golden State Warriors. And our last one, drum roll it. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Oh, it's Bam Adebayo. Huh. And it's also neon blue for the Miami Heat. Okay, so these are the ones we're going to go to the Panini website and look up. Clippers, thank you guys. I don't know why I can't remember Tadosic. It's just, for some reason, just goes right out of my head. And I see him a bunch, but I don't know. I can't retain him for some unknown reason. So let's scroll on over here to the Panini website. I guess I better make sure I brought you with me. Yeah, I did. Okay, good. And we're going to look all of this fun stuff up. And as soon as we do that, we will then recap. All right, so we're going to Rising Stars signatures first. Card number 29 should be our Tadosic. Where are you, buddy? And he will be numbered to 199, which probably means they're all going to be numbered to 199, but nonetheless, I mean all the ones that aren't neon blue. I should qualify that. Our other rookie jersey autograph is Dennis Smith Jr., and he is, why am I not seeing him? Am I in the wrong? Oh, because that was Rising Stars signatures. That's why I thought it said rookie jersey autographs. I'm not paying attention, am I? Not properly, anyway. Card number 119, Dennis Smith Jr. will be numbered to 299 for the Mavericks. Then the big man, Bam Adebayo. That is Rising Stars signature neon blue. So let's get that rolling. Card number 13, Bam Adebayo to 49 for the Heat. Which then will bring us to our Jordan Bell. And he is also Rising Stars signature neon blue. Card number 31. So there is Jordan Bell, numbered to 49 as well. Okay, so not a bad haul for tonight overall. I think we did, actually I think we did pretty well with this case. So, I like it. I like it. I hope you like it. So, let's review what we have here. We'll start off with our numbered cards. Now, of course, since there are so many hits in this, we're not going to flip all these over again and look at the backs and say the numbers and all that. We're just going to go through them the first way through, you know, like i.e. look at them from the front as we recap. Now, maybe we'll, you know, flip our our one of ones will probably flip over just because I like seeing where it says one of one. I'll admit it, I do. I like it. Gives me a little thrill to see that one of one. So we'll probably flip those over, but the rest of them we're just kind of trucking on with. As a matter of fact, we are going to flip this one over because it's one of our two one of ones. This one is Bogdanovic for the Sacramento Kings. Then we have our case hit for Jokic and the Nuggets. That, of course, is the white sparkle. A silver prism base, Jimmy Butler and the T-Wolves. A silver prism base of Key for the Rockets. Our crazy redemptions are Dennis Smith Jr. and the Mavericks to 299. Tadosic Clippers to 199. Bam Adebayo for the Heat to 49. And Jordan Bell Warriors 49. And then now we're just kind of bust a move once again. Nice Lauri Markkanen. Of course, when we get to our one of one, hopefully I will not bust right on past that. I might, though. You never know. Sometimes I get in a little groove. I might just go right on past it. I don't know. Nice Kyle Kuzma. Gina's asking if I ever break 2017 unparalleled football. You know, I probably broke it when it came out. Or did I even? I don't know. Unparalleled is not one that I love, and so I don't usually break a lot of it. I will tell you this, though. I did order more of it than normal this year. And I can't remember when it comes out, but it's not too far in the offing because I ordered it a while back, so we're probably not too far from release of it. And I have a bunch of it coming this year. There's our handsome Kobe Bryant to 5 for the Lakers. But for whatever reason, like the first year it came out, it just didn't really do it for me. And so I didn't really, I don't know, I just didn't break it a lot, but I'm going to try to do better. Open more of it. Did we look at these two already? We did, didn't we? Yeah, I think so. Here's our other one of one right there. It's Kyle Lowry, the nice tag. And our handsome one of one on the back. So, yay one of ones. It's the nice Caleb Swanigan with the scope pattern. Of course, that's to 10 on the Dantley. Lots and lots Paul George and the Thunder going by. Probably got half the man's uniform right here in this case. Not really half, but he's in there a lot. Oh, Greg says he thought this case was horrible. All right, Greg, that means you did not hit anything good. Is that right? What teams did you have in here? I'm not laughing because it went poorly for you. I'm just thinking about the different perspectives, you know. So if you're the person who's gotten the one of one, or you're the Lakers, you're like, yeah, this is an awesome case. It rocks. And then if you're the person who maybe didn't pull what you want or anything, then you think, oh, it's a terrible case. And, you know, that's the way things always go, isn't it? It's always just a matter of the particular perspective that you're viewing things from. So let's get this spreadsheet set up here so Just T doesn't have to keep waiting on me, because I didn't give him a very good time estimate. Sorry about that. And we are getting ready to roll into, you got it, Optic Baseball. And of course, if you didn't see this earlier, quick little note here, expecting it to ship on Wednesday. If I can get it out sooner than that, I will. If something goes a little weird, off the rails or something, could possibly slide a day later, but obviously I try to keep that from happening. And consolation cards will not really come into play for Optic because there's a lot of cards in this break and every team should pull plenty, so I'm not worried about that. This is 12 boxes of 2018 Optic Baseball. It's full case break. It is break number 2. It also ended tonight, the 21st of July on eBay, and we're busting into it tonight. And of course, same format. You guys all know it and love it by now. It is teams on one side and the eBay user ID up in lights across from their team on the right. Our first case of this, I got to tell you, was excellent. I mean, we pulled some awesome stuff out of it. So I am super looking forward to case number 2 here. Oh, you had the Spurs. Yeah, Greg, you're right. The Spurs really didn't do a lot. Didn't help you out much there in the Spectra break. I'll grant you that one. Oh, Salvatore, you've been waiting on this too. All right. Well, then we've got to make this worth you guys' wait then, don't we? Got to pull some fire out of here, make it worth it. Now, you know, the other night when we broke this, once I stacked up all the boxes, somehow the color of the boxes freaked my little camera out, and it kind of made everything a strange sepia tone. So I'm trying to stack the largest stack of boxes slightly out of the camera, like so the camera's not just overwhelmed with the whole line of boxes like I did it the other night. Because I got to tell you, it bugged me. It like made me crazy. All the cards had a weird sort of color because my poor little camera couldn't process all that blue or something. Just T says you mean if you're looking for Vlad Jr. autographs. Yes, you know I was excited to pull Vlad Jr. out of here. I was very excited. I pulled Baby Vlad and Kevin Maytan, and we pulled Otani, and who else did we pull out of the first case of this, guys? We had a lot of nice stuff out of the first case, or I thought so anyway. But yeah, I love pulling Baby Vlad, and you will too, guys. I'm telling you. Just wait for Baby Vlad to come up, and you're going to be happy. And whoever got the Maytan, the Kevin Maytan, they're going to be happy too. Just got to wait for them to get up to the big show. It's going to be fine. And of course, obviously, whoever had the Otani, whoever had the Angels out of the first case, we know they were happy. And who else did we had? We pulled a nice Brooks Robinson, you know, good legendary hit in there. I can't remember who else, but it was a nice case, I thought. So there's loads of parallels in here, guys, and Panini refers to some things as short prints that, well, let's face it, probably if you're used to Topps, would probably not meet your definition of a short print. So even though they are technically short prints by Topps or by Panini standards, we often find them to be relatively plentiful. So for the most part, unless something is really low numbered or whatever, even if it is a parallel for that, I'm not going to really say every single time that it is, unless somebody just wants me to, because we would be saying it about every other card. And the way that you can tell, of course, you know, watch the first like 5 I pick up, then won't have it after I just said that. Of course. Daggone it. There. When the little baseball is, and we'll look at these from the front, but when the little baseball on the back is black like that, that means it's some type of parallel that by Panini's standards. So it could be, I mean, sometimes it's something as simple as like it shows their nickname versus not, or in this case, it's a prism or a refractor in Topps language. That means the same thing, prism and refractor. So, yeah. Unless somebody really wants to see every one of those, we're not going to talk about each and every one. Rhys Hoskins rated rookie prism. And of course, if somebody does want to talk about each and every one, then you just jump into chat and let me know and we'll figure it out. All right. Cleveland Indians. Mejia, who's been traded to, of all places, the Padres. Can you believe? Yeah, for Brad Hand. And somebody else. There's somebody else involved, too. A relief pitcher of some sort, I think, involved. You know what? I need to set those aside. I did not do that except with the very last one out of the first case. These, looking back, the reason I'm setting these aside, guys, there's 2 different players on here, and there's 2 different teams. And the last time I only set it aside at the very end. And, of course, I still used random to award them. But it's better if I set them aside as we go, I think. All-Stars Aaron Judge, numbered to 199. Joey Votto. Basically, guys, if I read off their name and you see them all shiny like that with the little rainbow of colors, then you know that we've come across a prism or a refractor, as opposed to me saying that every time. I'll just say their name. So there's Carlos Correa. Ooh, Andahar, numbered to 75. Yankees. Nice way to start for the Yankees tonight. A little rated rookie Andahar to 75. See, we got a little bit of the funky color going on again tonight. Not as bad as it was the other night, but still. Shohei. And that, again, is one of the... There's lots of Shohei variations in here. This is one that technically, Panini is going to call a short print or a parallel. So, and it's an image variation is the deal with that one. Clayton Kershaw, numbered to 199, Diamond Kings, Dodgers. Corey Kluber, numbered to 299, Indians. Edwin Encarnacion. Oh, Just T, you got the short print in blue yesterday. All right, yeah, the blue ones don't seem like they show up quite as much. Chris Archer. But in general, I mean, there are lots of parallels in optic baseball. In any optic, whether it's baseball, basketball, whatever. I like Panini's optic. I think most of you know that about me. And they do have lots of parallels in it, and that is part of what's fun. Tyler Wade. But I also wish that they wouldn't be, that their short prints maybe wouldn't be quite so plentiful. Because, you know, I'm kind of spoiled. I'm used to the way we think of top short prints, which is, you know, they're kind of hard to find. And the Panini short prints, I would have to say, are not usually all that hard to find. So I guess it's just really kind of a matter more of me being a little spoiled. Oh, dang. I just got some kind of a little pop-up notice. I watched the break on my... Well, there's two ways I watch the break. On the broadcast software that streams it is what I watch. You know, I see that on my laptop, but you can't have the volume on or anything because it would echo and be crazy and do weird stuff. And you can't see the chat and all that. So, I see the chat on the iPad. And the iPad just popped up something about a Trader Joe's standoff or shootout or something. So I don't really know what it was. I just saw something about Trader Joe's and standoff. So I'm like, It pops up sometimes with interesting things. Gina, you like optic basketball. I know, you can never get enough optic in anything, frankly. I do better usually I can usually get more optic football than I can anything else. And I don't really know why, because I bought plenty of Panini baseball this year. So I really thought that I would get quite a bit more optic baseball than I got, but they were kind of weird about it. Well, greedy is really the word. It's not so much weird. They're just flat out greedy. They'll give you a little bit and tell you they don't have any more, and then the day it comes out, they'll take all the stuff that they said they didn't have and raise the price by about 30% and then tell you that they have it. Then they just got it. Really? How coincidental. Oh, the suspect is in custody and it ended peacefully at Trader Joe's. Okay, cool. So, where was it? Trader Joe's where? I'm assuming probably LA, but I mean, I even have a Trader Joe's here though, so I guess it could be anywhere. Mike Trout to 199. Rhys Hoskins, rated rookie, coming up for the Phillies. Nice little prism Rhys Hoskins there. But yes, I do think in general Panini does a really good job. Molina with, you know what? That Molina's probably numbered. Well, maybe not. No, I guess not. I think Panini does a really good job with Optic. I mean, obviously, it's their answer kind of to Chrome, to Topps Chrome. So, oh, it was in LA. Thank goodness my friends. Well, one of my friends is in New York and the other one's in Baltimore. To $2.99. Oh, I guess I did. Wait a minute though. I still have one up in Sherman Oaks. So, but I doubt she would have been at Trader Joe's this time of night. Arizona Diamondbacks in green there. Whoops. Clayton Kershaw. Robinson Cano. Still setting out his nice little PED suspension. Who is this? Hirano for the Diamondbacks. I don't know how I don't know that guy, but I do not know that guy at all. Jose Abreu, White Sox. Miggy. Gary Sanchez for the Yankees to 99. Oh, Just T is watching 2 breaks simultaneously. You must be good at multitasking. I always tell myself I'm good at multitasking, but I think probably I'm really not as good as I think I am. I don't know. I always think I'm pretty good at it, but then I suspect I actually move slower than I somehow imagine I am in my mind. Tyler Wade, and I put it in upside down. Daggone it. Let's get Tyler Wade back in there properly. Nice little rated rookie signature for the Yankees. The bum. Oh no, that's not. Daggone it, those Rockies cards get me every time. I see that purple right there, and I'm thinking the whole edge is purple. I'm like, oh, we're going to have a nice one numbered something low. No, we're not, because I'm just looking at it completely incorrectly. Rhys Hoskins did great at the Home Run Derby. For sure. Yeah, Rhys Hoskins, like, busted it at the Home Run Derby. Honestly, I think all those guys do well to even be in that thing. I cannot imagine how tiring that would be. Because you got to think about, like, batting practice. They're not swinging so quickly in between pitches. You know, it's a much more leisurely pace. And, yeah, this is pretty hardcore, the number of swings you're putting in such a short period of time. I think Home Run Derby has got to be tough. So, yes, I think those guys, all those guys who are in there, I always kind of admire them if they put up any kind of numbers, really. And you're listing on eBay too, Just T? Oh, that says listening. I thought you said listing on eBay. I was like, dang, you're watching 2 breaks and listing on eBay. I was about to be super impressed. But I very rarely do just one thing at a time. Because it just seems like there's not enough hours in the day. You kind of have to do multiple things. Like even this, you probably think, oh, you're just doing one thing at a time right now. You're just breaking these cards. But kind of not, because I'm also reading chat and having conversation with you guys in chat. And doing the break itself. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I multitask a lot. Oh, you are listing. So, yes, I do have to be very impressed. You're watching 2 breaks at once while listing on eBay. That is pretty hardcore, man. Willie Adame's Tampa Bay Rays signature series. Nice. Low number on that if I can find it. It's up there in the right-hand corner. It's numbered to 10. Like I know from the color it's to 10. Why can't I find the number on the card? But eventually I did. So the Rays with a nice little hit. There's Ian Happ for the Cubbies. And Cody Bellinger. So Manny Machado kind of came out of the gate pretty well out in LA, huh? That first game out was nice for him. Frankly, I think the guy's just happy to be in a clubhouse where they have a winning percentage. Because let's face it, the poor Orioles, who I do like a bit, they just haven't been very good. So Acuna for the Braves to 199. Oh, you've got no kids this weekend, so you're just going to go crazy. You're just going to just do everything you possibly can get done simultaneously. I don't blame you. I don't. It's amazing how much more you get done, isn't it? Ryan Sandberg and the Cubbies to 50. Not that we don't all love kids. You know, we all love our kids, but sometimes you're just kind of like, hey, wait. Well, now we have a nice little Ohtani Prism. Short print, parallel, whatever we're going to call it. There it is. For the Angels. Kyle Farmer, 225. Nice. Nice, Dodgers. Little Kyle Farmer to 25. Nobody's going to be sad about that. Oh, didn't we pull, seeing that reminded me, didn't we pull a Verdugo out of that first case too? Maybe. I went Chipper Jones. Harrison Bader. Marcelo Zuna. I don't know what all. I just remember it was a good case, or I thought it was a good case. I was happy about it. Oh, Just T, you put your kids to work. I like it. The oldest one helps him sort. Nice. Yeah, eBay sent me something about 200 free listings or whatever this week, and I'm thinking, oh yeah. There's nothing free about it. I mean, they don't, technically they're not going to charge me to list them, but they know they're going to make that money back 20 times over on the backside. I mean, I'm just amazed. I looked at the fees I paid them last year. It was absurd. You could have gone into a car dealership and purchased 2 fully loaded Accords with cash with the fees that I paid eBay last year. Yeah. And then you could have bought a third one with what I paid in postage and a fourth one with what I paid eBay. So yeah, nice, right? So how generous of them to give us 200 free listings. Ah, you pay her to help you sort. That's, you know, that is kind of the only way to really get it done, isn't it? I mean, like when I was growing up, yeah, we did get a little allowance. But here's the thing. You had to do the stuff regardless. Like, even if you weren't going to get an allowance, it wasn't kind of optional. It was like, yeah, these are the things that you do, and you are going to do them. But we did get a little allowance. We learned the value of work and money. To $2.99, Andrew McCutchen. But for sure, we would be more motivated, Andrew Benintendi, if it was something we really didn't want to do. Like go, pull weeds or something my sister and I didn't want to do. Be like, hey, we'll give you XYZ for doing this. Yeah, okay. The magic of being young. That's Cody Bellinger and just some kind of a parallel. So here's another Shohei. That is another image variation for the Angels. But it is usually pretty inexpensive labor, at least, if you're paying the kids to do it. Oh, yeah, eBay's percentages are just stupidly high. There's Adam Jones. Whoops, did not need to see the back side of that now, did we? Yeah, their percentages are just absurd. And I've been on eBay for, gosh, I guess probably about 20 years. And it used to be, this will make you sick. It used to be that eBay and PayPal combined would take about 3% of your selling price. And I mean, I'm talking all the fees, like the listing, the final value, the whatever you had to account for, combined might have been 3 or 4%. And now combined, what are they? Close to 15%? Pretty close to it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Atlanta Braves to 10 to 10. Nice. There it is. Ba-boom. Atlanta Braves and Acuna to 10. That's just pretty. I just have to look at that a minute because that is just pretty. Atlanta Braves, you just had your night get a lot better very quickly. There's Zach Granite and another Shohei. That is just the base Shohei. I had a sleeve in my hand. We'll put it in there anyway. But that is actually technically the base Shohei for this product is what you just saw there. Of course, you saw this a minute ago. That's the 250 Panini Rewards points. It has replaced a hit in this box. And I've laid it aside there because I'll use random.org to award that at the end of the break. So one lucky team will be taking home that points card. Numbered to 299, it's Ahmed Rosario. Andahar, nice little rated rookie prism there. Some kind of Mickey Mantle parallel. Oh, it's got his nickname on it. That's the deal. The Mick. Gary Sanchez right behind it, numbered to 299. Yankees, Yankees. It's all about the Yankees right there. Michael Fulmer. And that box is wrapped up. But that Acuna, that's pretty. I like that card. And to 10, that is a solid, solid hit for the Braves. But yeah, I remember the days when PayPal and eBay, once upon a time, were much more affordable than they are now. And, you know, over the years, I'd get, like, aggravated with eBay and stop selling on there and go do something else and sell somewhere else, and then always somehow manage to wind my way back. But one of these days, somebody's going to come up with a good alternative to eBay. And when they do, you know how that's going to happen. Just T says I'm showing my age. Oh, good grief. Everybody can tell my age. You see my hands. So I can't worry too much about that. But indeed, oh, I'm always talking about strange stuff that I think people, you know, can definitely guess my age. Dennis, I agree with you. I would love to have an auction site that was just for card breaks that everybody could use. I mean, and you know, the Breakers TV is whatever. People will go on there live and kind of do their stuff outside of eBay, but I think it's just a weird kind of way to do it, and I don't know. I don't like it, and I don't really like the way the site's set up, and it's just not my favorite thing, so I don't really spend a lot of time over there. And I've actually thought about going to a company that's semi-local. They're up in Cincinnati, so they're not that far away. And they have a website. It's called Everything But the House. And what they do, they run auctions on it, but it's a lot of estates and things. It's not always estates, but it started out that way, where they literally would take all the other stuff but the house, hence the name, and then they would list it in an auction type format over a specified number of days, and then if you win, you drive to the place and pick it up and whatever. But the way that they do it, I mean, their website's pretty solid, and the way they have it set up is nice. And I've thought about contacting them and saying, hey, you want to expand your business into something else? But I suspect that it would be a lot more involved than that. That's to 149 Jose Altuve. So I think they would have to have a tremendous amount more in the way of coding. That was Charlie Blackman. And server rental and just all kinds of other stuff that I bet they wouldn't want to get into. That was Tony Gwynn, Ian Happ. And of course here in Kentucky where I am, you can't even put up an auction on your own website unless you are a licensed auctioneer. I would be breaking the law. So I would either have to become a licensed auctioneer, which is also not as simple as it sounds because you have to do an apprenticeship and all kinds of other crazy stuff. So it makes it difficult, you know. Just makes it difficult. Just D says he had to sell his kidneys today for the Jays break. Oh, man. Oh, no. That is to 199 Willie Calhoun and the Rangers. That's pretty funny. Greg says that there is a new company replacing PayPal. Who's replacing PayPal? Oh, that weird one that eBay's doing? Oh, I don't trust that. I'm not looking forward to that. And if they make us use just that, I think I'm probably going to be unhappy. I saw something about that, and that looks really sketchy to me. Paul Goldschmidt to 10 for the D-backs. Because if I read it correctly, what it looks like is that PayPal or the eBay kind of now wants to be like the middleman, if you will, okay? And by that, I mean they want the payment to come in from the bidder, but not give it to the seller until like the bidder has received the item and said everything's fine with it and whatever. They basically want to hold the payment in escrow, I think, is what they're planning to do. And I want zero part of that. There's another Kyle Farmer for the Dodgers. Got a pair of them now. Because, I mean, there are so many ways already that you can end up losing your money thanks to shenanigans from people on the other side. The last thing I want is to give them still yet another avenue by having eBay keep all the money in escrow. And maybe I read it wrong, but that is kind of how it looked to me. And I thought, oh, brother, if you do that, I am so out of here. So we're going to have to see how that transpires. Here's a nice hit if you've got the Red Sox with David Price. And that is numbered also low. It is to 15. So I don't know. I think PayPal is working just fine for me, and I'd like to leave it like that. Although I do eventually want to get the website up and running. And I think I've only been saying that for approximately a year and a half now. Maybe 2 years. I've been saying I'm going to get the website up, and we see that I do not have the website up. So I think that probably means that I just need to hire somebody to do the work, because clearly I'm not ever going to find the time to get it done. Well, I know there's got to be some Vlad Juniors in here. I mean, I told you how that first case we pulled a nice baby Vlad auto. So he's definitely in here. And hopefully we're going to run across him again tonight. Yeah, Eric, I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. I know that PayPal's trying to transition to this new payment service, but it was my understanding that it was not going to be mandatory, that we were still going to be able to use either your own merchant account or PayPal, one or the other. Because I'll tell you right now, if we're going to get into some kind of weird escrow thing where eBay wants to hold my money for 2 weeks or however long it takes for a buyer to decide they want to go on there and say they received it or whatever, that is not going to fly. No, no, no. I just don't understand why eBay is trying to become Amazon. And that's all they've been doing for the last probably 3, 4, 5 years. Every move that PayPal or that eBay makes seems to be because they're trying to become Amazon. But like they got rich being eBay. So why in the world do you now have to think that you want to be Amazon? And you're never going to out Amazon, by the way. And that was Nolan Ryan that went by a moment ago with our Prism. Cody Bellinger to 299. Just, he says, the pawn shop has his kidneys and they can only hold them for so long. We have to get him a Vlad Jr. so he can get his kidneys back. Well, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. The New York Yankees and Giancarlo Stanton. I'm assuming that the 2017 MVP would be the variation on that. Who have we here? Is this another Ohtani autograph? Are we going to be 2 for 2? One in the first case and one in the second? Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. This is a different version of the one, I think, than we pulled in the first case. But there is a nice little rated rookie Shohei for the Angels. This one is not numbered, but they probably don't care. They're still happy to have it. So 2 cases, 2 Shohei. I like it. Oh, and you guys know, hang on a second, J.P. Crawford rated rookie to 99. You guys know I like all the Leaf stuff, and there is a release coming up called In the Game Used, and it's not going to be just hockey, which I think they have one like that for hockey, but this is going to be all different sports, and it's various game used things and autographs and things paired with autographs and whatnot. Clearly, I haven't read all the marketing materials all that well because I'm just doing a really nice job describing it there, aren't I? Anyway, the moral of the story is that every case is going to have an Ohtani autograph or an Ohtani autograph relic or something, and aside from that, the rest of it, daggone it, aside from that, the rest of it also looks to be pretty cool. So I didn't order a ton of it because I don't really know very much about it, but it looked like it had some good stuff in it. So when it comes out, we're going to break some of that. And I tried to order the TriStar for the National Edition, which is kind of like the memorabilia vault that Leaf does. And for some reason, the place that I ordered it from said unless I drive to the National and pick it up, they won't sell it to me. I'm like, well, that's kind of stupid, but okay. Beltre for the Rangers. And I don't think I'm going to the National, so I guess we won't be breaking that. There's the bum again, $199, Madison Bumgarner for the Giants. Of course, you see we had another rewards point come out a minute ago. There's Josh Bell laying right there. That one is for 400 points, but replaced another hit. So now we have 2. So 2 hits replaced by points at this point. At this moment in time, I should say. Oh yeah, Just T, you probably didn't hear me say that up at the front, that about the little baseball on the back means that it's a variation, or what Panini would call their version of a short print. I actually said up there that I wasn't really going to call all of those out unless you guys wanted them called out. So, but I know you're multitasking, so you probably didn't hear me talking about that part. But if you do want me to call all those out, I can, but I have not been, because they're extremely plentiful in here. There's lots and lots and lots of them. And I feel like I would just be saying it every 5 seconds. Hi, boxes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we are at the halfway point, because this is We've opened 6. This is box 7 coming out of the wrappers right now because there's 8, 9, 10 left. Yeah, this box 7 we're on. He says unless they're Blue Jays, he doesn't care. Okay, then. All right, man. Yeah, I'm excited about the farm system for your Blue Jays. I like what you've got going on. Be headed up to the... Actually, if baby Vlad hadn't gotten hurt, wouldn't he have already been up? If he didn't have that injury, I would think so. But I guess with that little setback, kind of moving the dial back a bit for him. Giancarlo. Cameron Gallagher. Dodgers, Walker Buehler /75. Walker Buehler's from Lexington, Kentucky, as a matter of fact. Rated rookie with his nickname on it, Reese Lightning, for Rhys Hoskins. One would assume, like Grease Lightning from the movie Grease, Reese Lightning, that they got it from Grease Lightning, maybe. I don't know. Just speculation. Andrew McCutchen. Shohei variant. So, oh, you like Guerrero Sr.? Yeah, I mean, like, who didn't? He was kind of a cool guy, right? Cody Bellinger, Out of This World, numbered to 149. But in general, I like your Blue Jays farm system quite a bit. Mazzara. Minnesota Twins are going to have a hit. Felix Jorge. I'm pretty sure we had him in the first case too. So we might be inching, maybe we're inching towards Vlad Jr. because we had Shohei in the first case. We had, I think we had Walker Buehler. We had Felix. So maybe we're going to run across another baby Vlad for you. To 199, Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers. An Aaron Judge for the Yankees to 149. Greinke, Diamondbacks. Salvador Perez. So they opened up the ordering already for Bowman Draft. I mean, it seems like it's so much earlier this year ordering it than it was last year, but I guess it's really not. I mean, we are almost at the end of July. Topps is just always so far ahead. You know, it's difficult to make adjustments with Topps because you have to order 6 months in advance most of their products. So sometimes you kind of don't know what you need 6 months in advance. But you have to guess, and you have to hope that you've guessed right, because you can very seldom pick up any others. Oh, Bowman Draft is always a hot product. Always a hot product. And I didn't open as much of it last year as I normally would have opened because it came out at a time right around Christmas. They love to dump all that stuff out right at Christmas. And dump is not the right word. Release is the right word. But, man, I mean, between Topps and Panini, they take from about the middle of November all the way up and through New Year's. I mean, they're putting out so many products every week. It just becomes very, what's the word I'm looking for? It kind of strains the finances sometimes to order in all of that stuff right there at the holidays. Because, you know, there's weeks you'd be spending, not just $10,000, like $20,000 some weeks if you ordered in everything you needed to get. Because they put so many products out all at once. and often expensive stuff. But yeah, I mean, Bowman Draft is always one that is a good product. You always want to have a lot of it. And you know me, I like Bowman in general. So I always tend to order lots of Bowman because I like Bowman. So Salvatore, Marlins, Royals, Padres, and Cubs. He says he's got 4 teams. He hasn't had any hits. And by hits, I'm assuming you just mean autograph hits, right? I'm assuming you're not talking about, I mean, I'm sure you've had parallels and numbered cards and stuff like that. But you're talking strictly autographs, is that right? Hirano for the Diamondbacks to 149. So we'll have to see if we can't conjure up some good luck for you. That's JT Martinez. But keep in mind, though, Salvatore, I'm sure you know this, but, you know, sometimes the parallels can be worth a little dinero as well. So rated rookie base Ohtani. I mean, even if they're not signed, I'm saying. Here comes Anthony Santander for the Baltimore Orioles. Yeah, you want an autograph. Well, see, I mean, and then you've got ... hit. Interesting. A lot of people have a different definition of a hit, so that's why I was asking. Because some people, their definition of a hit is literally if they don't get an autograph or a relic, they don't have a hit. There are other people, of course, that consider the numbered parallels and some of those things that are also have some value attached to them to be hits. So that's the reason I was asking. To 299, Rhys Hoskins and the Phillies. Rizzo and the Cubbies. Because, you know, I mean, like, for instance, the 1 of 1 that we pulled out of Spectra, that was a base card, technically, but I still definitely consider that a hit, but I know not everybody does, so, you know, it's kind of how it goes. Manny Machado to 299, Orioles. But we're going to try to find you something. There's Josh Bell. Joe Morgan. Aw, I love Joe Morgan. My Cincinnati Reds. Salvatore says he loves the Cubs. Excellent. Clint Frazier and the Yankees. I like the Cubbies fairly well. Except when they beat the heck out of my Reds. Although my Reds got a couple licks in this year, so it made me feel better. Here comes a nice Andahar, which I'm trying to put in upside down again. Isn't this our second Andahar for the Yankees? This is to 99, and I believe it is. I believe we already have a rated rookie autograph for the Yankees with Andahar, I think. Now we have a second one. Of course, we will recap our autograph hits at the end of the break. That was Benintendi. Justin Bauer. But we still have 4 boxes left, so we've still got 8 more autograph hits in here. And let's see if we can't find one to help out Salvatore. Oh, Joe Morgan's one of your favorite players of all time. I love all those Reds players from the big Red Machine days. Except, well, I don't feel as warmly about Pete Rose because, well, the whole gambling and banned for lifetime thing. Yeah, that kind of puts a little shadow on him. But for the most part, I do really like all the Reds from the big Red Machine days. Oh, I know. You're talking about what the hobby used to be like. I mean, it was completely, obviously, totally different. The chase was all about finding the rookie cards. You didn't have autograph cards. You didn't have numbered cards. You certainly didn't have relic cards. I mean, you bought a pack of cards with a stick of gum in them. And the gum left a terrible, nasty residue on the back of your card. And, by the way, it was always hard as a rock. Tasted like cardboard. No wonder it was in there with cardboard. But yeah, I mean, it was just more for fun then. It wasn't. It was just about collecting who you like and trading and stuff like that. And I would trade with my cousins and different people and talked them out of their Johnny Bench rookie card once upon a time, which I still have. But I was really young when I got it from them, and it's well loved, let's put it like that. So it would probably grade like a 3 or something. I don't know. It would not grade well, but it doesn't matter because I still love the card and I love the player, and I remember getting it, and I like the feeling that it gives me when I look at it. So I don't care that it doesn't grade out or whatever. Miguel Sano to 299. But yeah, a lot different then, certainly, than it is these days. Paul Blackburn to 149. From 25 cents a pack to $1,000 a pack, or $1,500 a pack if you've got Flawless. Giancarlo. You remember Gum. Oh, you met him? You met Joe Morgan? Oh, and you met Sandy Koufax too? Dang, nice. Zach Cozart to 199. My former Cincinnati Red, now a Los Angeles Angel. Chris Bryant. Freddie Freeman, numbered to 149. That's pretty cool, man. You met Joe Morgan and Sandy Koufax. That's quite an interesting pairing. Vieira, numbered to 99 for the White Sox. Scott Kingery for the Phillies to 299. Oh, gross. Oh, no. Just T chewed some gum from a 1987 Topps product. Oh, my gosh. Greg Allen and the Indians to 299. Oh, man. Austin Hayes and the Orioles. That had to be so awful. Chris Archer to 299 for the Tampa Bay Rays. Oh my gosh, what did that taste like? That had to be horrific. That was Andrew McCutcheon. And here is Nelson Cruz, Out of This World, to 149. Here's another Joe Morgan, and this one is numbered to 99. Sadly, it's miscut quite a bit. Like, isn't it? Am I just crazy? That's way, way, way off center. Which kind of is unfortunate because you don't really get that many Joe Morgans to 99, but they kind of did a hatchet job on that one. There's Gleyber Torres for the Yankees with a nice little rated rookie prism coming out there. Oh, they cleaned the bathroom. Your daughters cleaned the bathroom in exchange for you chewing the gum. Salvador Perez to 99 for the Royals. Oh my gosh, that is insane. I guess it would be worth it maybe. I don't know. Did they make you keep it in your mouth for a long time, or could you just chew it and move on? Victor Robles. Here's a nice hit coming out for the Washington Nationals. It tastes like glass. That's just so awful. Oh, man, I got to hand it to you. I don't know if I would have done that. Aaron Judge to 149. I mean, I would just think, did you have to put it in water first or something? It just seems like it would have been like a brick. I don't envy you that one. Noah Syndergaard to 199 for the Mets. It's like eating chalk. Oh, goodness. That gum was not good when it was first in that pack, much less all these many years later. Fergie Jenkins for, guess what? The Cubbies. Hey, hey, Salvatore. You didn't give up on us, did you? We got you Fergie Jenkins for your Cubbies. Mike Trout to 199 for the Angels. Oh, Greg, what Steelers did you meet? You said you met the Steelers for a Super Bowl. And wait a minute, you met something about Steelers in the Super Bowl, but I think I read part of that wrong. You're going to have to fill me in on that, Greg, because you know I love my Steelers, so you know I got to hear about that. And next up for the Baltimore Orioles, we have Adam Jones to 149. Greinke for the D-backs. Eric Hosmer to 50. Shohei base. Well, I may as well set him over there. I think I have most of the Shohei sitting over there. Paul Goldschmidt, D-backs, 299. Oh, just dissing my Steelers, man. That is so wrong. I think we're going to be good this year. We'll have to, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. I say that every year, though. Every year I start out the year, yeah, we're going to be good. We're going to be good. Some years we are, some years we aren't. But I do think we'll be pretty good this year. Alex Verdugo to 199. Josh Donaldson to 299 for the Blue Jays. I have to tell you what, though. If anybody is in the market for it, I'm going to be selling off some Le'Veon Bell cards for long. This is to 149, Andrew McCutchen and the Giants. Whenever I get off my rear to get them listed, I'm going to sell a bunch of my Le'Veon Bell out of my own collection that I don't want to keep him anymore. He's going to be gone anyway after this year, and I'm going to move on to my younger rookies on the Steelers and start building those collections and take some of the proceeds from Le'Veon Bell cards and buy into my rookies. Oh, for sure, it's going to be Bell's last season as a Steeler. I mean, there's zero question about that. Frankly, I wish they would just trade him. I mean, trade him off. Move on. But they won't. I mean, he's going to play this year, and then, then they'll move him on. You met Jerome Bettis at a signing. Yeah, the bus seems like he would be a really nice guy. So, Eric, I'm glad to hear you say that he, in person, really was nice and friendly, because he definitely comes across that way. When you see him in interviews and things, he seems like he's a pretty good guy. Oh, Greg, it was Ben that you met? Ben Roethlisberger up in Latrobe? Well, that's nice. Well, Harrison, I don't know if they're going to be, okay, there's two ways to look at it. Harrison says that the Steelers are going to be hurting after Le'Veon Bell is gone. For sure, he brings a lot to the offense. There's absolutely no question the guy is incredibly talented, and he does bring a lot to the table. But it's not like the Steelers haven't seen this coming. So, don't you feel like that we've been grooming guys? James Conner, we didn't get a real good look at last year with the injuries and things. But I feel like they're kind of bringing in some weapons to account for that. I don't know. I think where our big problem is going to be is when the O-line decides to retire, which will probably be whenever Ben decides to retire. Because the O-line right now is one of the better things we've got going. That's to 199, Dallas Keuchel. There's Chris Bryant. Of course, obviously we have very talented receivers as well, clearly. We got the number one guy in the league with AB. And we've got talent all around, but I think our O-line is very, very important. That was Salvador Perez to 149. And we got to keep those guys together. That's my thing. Numbered to 5, Baltimore Orioles. Austin Hayes to 5. You know, the Orioles had a really good break out of the first case. And they've had a couple, I think, out of this case. But Austin Hayes to 5 is well worth the wait, I think. Guzman, Texas, 299. Oh, Just T, I agree. I like there being actually people going back and forth in chat too. I think it's a whole lot more fun than when you just sit and look at the cards, because, you know, some breaks are kind of lengthy and it can get kind of tedious. Miguel Sano to 99. So I'm always prefer to chat with you guys and get your opinions on things and hear your stories and stuff. I like it. Brent Honeywell, Tampa Bay Rays. Eric, yeah, for sure. I agree with that. Steelers are all about kind of homegrown stuff. We like to draft and develop from within, and that's always kind of the goal of the Steelers organization. They don't do big splashy spins and free agency and stuff. That's to 149. So they have, over the years, I think, drafted very well for the most part. That's to 149 as well. Justin Bauer. Which is why I think, you know, they've been preparing for the eventuality of Le'Veon leaving, because it's writing's been on the wall for a couple years now. It's just completely an indelible ink now. That's all. Herrera to 299. Victor Robles there in a prism. Meanwhile, I had Chris Archer here jump out of my hand for the Tampa Bay Rays. It's a base Diamond Kings, and it does not appear to be any worse for the wear. Compliments, thank goodness, of our breaking mats. Noah Syndergaard to 199 for the Mets. And here comes a San Francisco Giant to 299. That would be Evan Longoria. Ryan McMahon rated rookie prism. We're closing in on it. We got 2 boxes to go after we look through this. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm going crazy. I just sat your Josh Donaldson down there. You might need that to get your kidney back, Just T, so I guess I better pick him back up. It is numbered to 99, and at least we have some color for your Blue Jays. Maybe we're moving you in the right direction here, I hope. Carlos Correa and the Astros to 199. Greg says he likes Optic better than Allen and Ginter. Well, yeah, I mean, Allen and Ginter is definitely, some people like it, some people don't. I don't think there's a lot of middle ground on Ginter. You either kind of like it or you don't, I guess. That's to 99, Nolan Arenado for the Rockies. Brian Dozier. Steven Strasburg and the Nats to 299. But I always like Ginter. I mean, there's really not that many products that I don't like. There's most stuff I'm pretty okay with, especially out of Topps. Topps very rarely puts out a product that I'm like, I don't really like that much. It just doesn't happen very often. Alex Bregman and the Astros to 50. And here's Gohara to 299 for the Braves. Obviously, we're in our parallel hot box. I'm sure you guys figured that out by now. Zach Granite to 199 for the Twins. But it did occur to me that I don't think I had said it. So, hey, here's another Joe Morgan to 149. We got lots of Joe Morgans now. From no Joe to lots of Joe. Hey, I know it's not worth all that much, but I just said we're trying to get your mojo moving in the right direction, man. You got to work with me. Got to work with me. Got to think it's leading us to bigger and better things, right? It's pulling us towards where we need to go, to 199, Michael Fulmer. And the Detroit Tigers, Nolan Arenado to 299, Rockies. I mean, hey, it worked for Salvatore, right? That was McCutchen. Vieira for the White Sox to 149. Zach Greinke for the D-backs. You'd be surprised, actually, how many times somebody will come into chat and say they are looking for such and such. You'd be surprised how many times we manage to pull either the specific player they're looking for or the team they're looking for. It's, you know, it happens more than you think, anyway. You know, you're talking about all the fingerprints on Optic. You know, it really doesn't fingerprint that badly. Older versions of Chrome and Optic and all of that really had much more of a problem with fingerprinting than they do these days. You could practically, I mean, none of these are my personal cards. I wish I had one of my personal cards here because I'd do it. But you could practically take one of these cards and run a car key across it, and it really wouldn't do much to it. I mean, the coating is fairly industrial strength these days. But if you do worry about the fingerprints on it, I can tell you an awesome way to take care of that. And it is to go to a camera store and get a lens cleaning cloth like they use on a camera lens. And generally speaking, as long as you don't do like anything crazy and rub it in 1,000 different directions, but generally speaking, if you take one of those lens cleaning cloths from a camera store, which are made obviously for delicate optics and are specifically made not to scratch and etc., and you just lightly clean it and you go in a reasonable direction and not, you know, all over the place, you can get rid of about anything you need to get rid of. Oh, you watch the breaks every day too, even the ones you're not in? Well, I like that. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I like it when you guys come and chat with me too, so I always enjoy having you here. Oh, hey, Eric says that pantyhose will do the same thing, and Dennis says microfiber will do that as well. So, yeah, I didn't think about either one of those. I just have always, for my personal stuff, McCullers to 149, I've always had really good luck with the camera cloth. Lens cloth. Had really good luck with that in the past. Steven Strasburg to 299. Because once upon a time, in another lifetime, before I had that terrible eye surgery that went so very wrong, that's to 299, Carlos Correa and the Astros. Once upon a time in a land far, far away, I used to do concert photography. So I've got a whole bunch of really expensive camera equipment and lots of lens cloth. So I guess that's probably why I thought of mine first. That's to 149, Chris Sale. Madison Bumgarner. Justin Bauer to 99. Yeah, Eric, I don't know how I never heard. I mean, I've never even, I'm sure somewhere along the way somebody probably told me pantyhose, but obviously I didn't retain it if they did, and I had never tried it. So that would be, you know, worth looking at. Robinson Cano to 199. Because, I mean, you can probably buy those pretty inexpensively. Does anybody even wear them anymore? I mean, I'm sure, I guess. Adrian Beltre to 199. I guess people do still wear them. I don't know. Anyway, I wouldn't think it'd be a lot of money. Jose Abreu, Chicago. Felix Hernandez Mariners 250. And we have Moncada for a Diamond Kings. Oh, that's the wrong sleeve there, isn't it? Oh, yeah, Just T, that's a good idea, too. The cloth that you would use to clean an LED TV, again, that'd be very similar to like a camera lens cloth sort of thing. Should be safe for any surface like this. To $2.99 Gohara. I mean, as long as obviously you don't want to pick it up if it's got and use it if it's got a bunch of something or another settled in it or on it. To $1.99 Kenley Jansen. Robinson Cano. In other words, if it's been sitting out or sitting somewhere and it's all covered with particles of dust and stuff, and you pick it up and don't shake it off and you start doing some circular motion, you're probably going to scratch up your card. But as long as, you know, store it in like a plastic bag or something where it's not, where the cloth or the thing itself is staying fine, you should be in good shape. Rockies. Red Sox to $99. Just T, you work at Best Buy. Oh, I like Best Buy. Victor Robles and the Nationals. I used to buy a ton of stuff in there. I bought all kinds of movies and things in there really quite often. And they cut down the movie section so much that I don't buy much there anymore. Jonathan Gray to $2.99. But most of my televisions and that sort of stuff, most of our electronic sort of stuff comes from Best Buy. There's one really close to me, so I like Best Buy. Nicky Delmonico to $50 for the White Sox. Mickey Mantle to $99 for the Yankees. Yeah, all the movies, of course, have gone digital, which is great. I love that part of it. But what I would do, and I actually have, oh my gosh, so many I need to sell. For the most part, I would buy them and take the code out and just use that for my digital collection, and then I sell the hard copy to $149 Daniel Murphy. And then somewhere along the way, Joey Votto, I got too busy and I didn't stay caught up, and now I've got hundreds of movies sitting around here that I need to sell. Adrian Beltre to $299. But of course, I still have the digital part in my little account there. Jose Abreu to $199 for the White Sox. Oh yeah, music has been digital forever too. I mean, that's just my iTunes library is what I rely on there. Herrera to $149. It's the way of the world. And here is Randall for your Toronto Blue Jays. I always want to say, every time I see him, I still want to say Cardinals. But he is for your Blue Jays. So you have an optic autograph there. So we at least, again, I know, don't tell me it's not worth anything. It's to $25. It's worth a little something. Maybe you can get a quarter of one kidney out. Here is Acuna to $299 for the Atlanta Braves. Adam Jones to $299. No, I didn't say half a kidney. I said a quarter of a kidney. You think a half a kidney? All right, maybe. Mazzara for the Rangers and an Acuna base. So maybe, I don't know. You have 17 versions of Scarface and 11 of Army of Darkness. Daggone, man. That's a lot. I used to stockpile Disney movies. Of course, it doesn't do much good now that you can have them all in electronic format. You know, we've all just got the codes. You go stream it anytime you want. But back before that was such a thing and the vault was the thing, oh, I would just buy a bunch of Disney movies right before it was going to go into the vault, and then I'd sit on them for like a year and then turn around and sell a bunch of them and make a bazillion dollars. So I have a lot of Disney stuff. And And then, of course, I have some stuff of my own that I keep. I've got a couple of friends who are good friends of mine who are actresses. So I have most of the stuff that they've done. Maybe not most of, but I've got my favorites out of what they've done. So I have that, and I have a few steel books that I collected, Star Wars and different things that I like. But a lot of my stuff, I would just sell the physical media once I took the code out. Except, like I said, I got too busy to do that, and now I'm sitting on, it's probably more than 200. There's probably, because I haven't sold them in, oh man, I'm kind of embarrassed to say, it's probably been 2 years, a year and a half or more since I listed them, and I've got a lot. But anyway, one of these days, I'll go through and list all kinds of stuff. I've got a bunch of cards I need to list from people who didn't pay or teams that didn't sell or stuff that I collected myself and for whatever reason I don't want it anymore. I've got all kinds of memorabilia. I've got loads of stuff that if I ever get off my rear, well, it's not that I'm sitting on my rear. I really actually stay pretty exceedingly busy. But if I can ever somehow create enough space in my day, I need to get a bunch of that listed. To 149, Nelson Cruz. Another Victor Robles. Wow, Nationals. You're having a nice kind of night here with your second Victor coming out your way. And here's going to be a nice little numbered Shohei to 199. Of course, the Angels already with the Shohei autograph or anything else for them, they're probably thinking it's just gravy at this point. Severino to 199. A little Corey Kluber. Josh Bell, 299. And Garver for the Twins. Jose Ramirez to 149. Oh, Beltre. Doesn't it seem like we pulled a whole bunch of Beltre tonight? Anyway, there's 1 to 99, and for some reason it feels like we've seen him a bunch. Here's Walker Buehler, 299. Variation as well. Robinson Cano. That's another name I feel like I've said a lot tonight, but maybe I haven't, but it seems like I have. Eric, you want to know when will I be listing Topps Chrome Jumbo? It comes out on the 1st, so you know me, I don't generally list them ahead of time. I generally have them in the same night we break them, so it would be the 1st, I believe, but I printed out the updated release calendar because I knew somebody asked me that the other night and I couldn't remember who. Yeah, so Topps Chrome is the 1st. Clearly Authentic got moved to August the 8th. Archives is the 15th. Diamond Icons the 22nd. Bowman Chrome September the 5th, and then on from there. Luminaries got pushed too. It's now September the 7th. And Heritage High Number got moved all the way back into mid-September. 5-star got moved way back. A lot of stuff moved, but that's kind of, as the calendar stands as of Friday, those ones I read off will be the next ones up in that order. That's to 99, Adam Jones. And there is Mazzara for the Rangers. But, of course, in the meantime, you know, I'm breaking the Ginter and Optic and Inception and like that to 50, Ryan Braun, until we get to August 1st, where we'll be doing Topps Chrome. Greinke to 299. But there's, you know, there'll be breaks of both, of course. It's not going to be just the jumbo, because they don't let us order just the jumbo. They make us, you have to order the hobby to get it. Just a $2.99. At least my distributors do. And one of my distributors gave me a good ratio. My other distributor gave me a horrible ratio. So I have more hobby than I do jumbo. It's to 199 Freddie Freeman. Ryan McMahon to 299 for the Rockies. But it always just kind of depends on who the distributor is. Sometimes they all have the same ratios, and then sometimes they have completely different ratios from one another, which I always find a little odd. 2018 Leaf Flash Football. Daniel, they gave us an updated date for that. I want to say, because it was supposed to be next week, right? Wasn't it supposed to be like next Friday? And I think the date moved. You know what? If you'll send me a message, Daniel, through eBay, just send me a message to remind me that you want to know the date of that, and I'll go find that email and look it up for you. To 149 Chris Sale. I had just printed out the tops and set it here by the laptop the other day because I think it was Eric had asked me about the new release dates on a couple of things. Or you had asked me if Topps Chrome moved. Carlos Correa to 149. And so I just printed it out because so many dates had moved. I figured that would be the easiest thing to remind me. Craig Nettles, wow. Don't see that one every day. So a little Craig Nettles optic autograph coming out of our last box here. Aaron Judge, $2.99. And of course, after we finish looking at these, we do have a little housekeeping yet to do. We've got these reward points to deal with, the multi-team cards to deal with, and then we'll recap after that. To $2.99 Cabrera. Paul Blackburn to $1.99. Yeah, for those of you who might not know about Leaf Flash, it's a new Leaf product for football, and it's not just the rookies. It's got like Hall of Famer type people in it, like Terry Bradshaw type people. I mean, I don't know if he's specifically on the checklist. That's to $1.99 Adam Jones, but I'm saying people like that mixed in with our rookies, because, you know, normally the Leaf stuff is pretty much focused on the rookies and at the exclusion of everything else, but Flash is going to be different. It's going to be a mix. Dominic Smith, numbered to 149 for the Mets. Another Joey Votto All-Star Prism. All right, those are all of our boxes. Now we have got to look through. Well, we got a couple things to do. We've got to deal with these guys. We've got to give out our rewards points. A couple of different things. Yeah, everyone has to suffer through the hobby breaks. You know what? I don't suffer through Bowman anything. I don't care if it's hobby or jumbo. I just love Bowman, the product. So I don't really care which I break, to be honest. I mean, for sure, the jumbo and Bowman Chrome is going to be, well, you know, it's all hits. So that's a little faster and easier to break. But I like doing the regular too. So we're going to use random.org to give these out, okay? And I'm basically going to do it as primary image or secondary image rather than right and left in this case. So the primary image, you know, it's always going to be the guy in the forefront. Secondary image is going to be there. So in this case, you know, you got Javi Baez would be your primary. Ryan Sandberg would be your secondary image. So it's either going to be primary image or secondary image. I'm going to go over here to random.org and I will bring you along with me. And I will hit random 3 different times after I type this in. And wherever we end up on the 3rd time is how it's going to be awarded. So the first 2 times, basically, you're ignoring. All right? Okay. So ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. Here's the 3rd and final. Comes up as the secondary image. So in that case, and this is in a sleeve, so don't freak out when I'm getting ready to do something here and circle it. Don't worry. Oh, I didn't put your view back anyway, so you're still looking at that. So it didn't do you much. You didn't see me circle it anyway. All right, but it is on the sleeve, not on the card. Okay, so If there are more of these that I somehow stacked over there and didn't set aside, it will be the same way. So, for instance, that one's going to Reggie Jackson. We have Ryan Sandberg, Ken Griffey, Craig Biggio, Omar Vizquel. That's Biggio again, I think, and again. Who is that? Oh, Brooks Robinson, Pete Rose, and Biggio again. There's a lot of Craig Biggios in there. Are they like all the same thing? Yeah, they are. So here's the deal. On this one where we have a lot of Jose Altuve and Craig Biggio, we're going to actually just kind of split those up, basically, okay? If there's an even number of them, yeah. So we're going to I'll send 2 to the Astros, and I'll send, well, they're both the Astros. What am I saying? It's Biggio and Altuve. I have lost my mind. And Reggie Jackson, yeah, I just wasted my time. Those are both Yankees. I thought there were different teams on these last night. Are they all the same team the whole way through? Those are all the Orioles. Those are all the Indians. Why did I think they were different teams? I guess I should have looked at them first. Well, this one is. One of them is. That's it. Just one. So the one that goes to Pete Rose, that's the only one that really matters. And we just, wasted a little bit of time there. But hey, it's all good. I guess last night, I told you I just set like a couple aside. And I guess the couple I set aside last night both had different teams on them. I just thought they all did. Well, live and learn. Yeah, what are you going to do? Okay, so now we have these Panini reward point cards. All right. And I'm going to bring you along with me. We're going to first go to the spreadsheet where I will copy all of the teams. And then we're just going to take all these teams and paste them into random.org. And in this instance, because we have 30 teams, I don't see any reason at all that we need to do random multiple times. So we're not gonna. We're going to do it just once. And because we have 2 rewards points cards, here's how it's going to work. The team that is in the number 1 position after I hit randomize, of course, you can see all the teams are in there. We'll take the 400 points card. The team that is in the 2nd position will get the 250 rewards points card. So the Nationals are getting the 400 points. And then, let me write this on here, the Indians are getting the 250 reward point card. So that is how that is going. And now we can recap. So Nationals with the 400 points, Indians with the 250 points. Now our autographs. We're not going to recap all the numbered stuff because goodness knows there's a lot of it. But we will do our autographs. So Craig Nettles, Victor Robles, Randall Grichuk, Nicky Delmonico, Brent Honeywell, nice Austin Hayes. We're going to flip him again because he's to 5. And there's Fergie Jenkins, so the Cubbies didn't go home empty-handed. Robles, Andahar. This Andahar is to 99. There's another one in here, though. Santander, Jorge Walker Buehler to 75. Shohei Ohtani. David Price, Kyle Farmer, the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Acuna to 10. That's my favorite card in this break. I mean, I know a lot of people are probably their favorite cards, the Ohtani or one of the others. My favorite is that Acuna. Kyle Farmer to 25 for the Dodgers. Willie Adames, that's also a really nice hit, to 10 for the Tampa Bay Rays. Tyler Wade, Rhys Hoskins, another Andahar. This one is to 75. And Francisco Mejia for the Indians. So that has us wrapped up for tonight as far as our cards go. I will put up spreadsheet information here one more time, just in case somebody joined us late or you scrolled to the end and watching the recap somewhere along the way, whatever the case may be. If you missed it, I'm about to let you see it again. So shipping info, again, note 2 different shipping dates. The free stuff anticipated to ship on Friday. The paid breaks, which were Spectra and Optic, anticipating those to get out the door on Wednesday. As always, if possible, I will get it out sooner. If something goes a little off the rails, possibly could go a day later, but projecting it as Wednesday for Spectra and Optic. And then our days ahead, we're still cranking it out around here. So Inception and Allen and Ginter tomorrow night. Some autographed memorabilia, and then Gold Standard and Spectra basketball on Monday. Tuesday is Spectra basketball and Inception with our triple play baseball box. Wednesday, Cornerstones basketball comes out. Certified football comes out. We're going to bust into both of them. On Thursday, we have got some more memorabilia in there, helmets and batting gloves and jerseys, and then more Gold Standard and more certified. And then probably somewhere in the neighborhood of either Friday or Saturday, we'll do more Optic again as well. It's just a lot of stuff I've got to try to work in. So, we'll find a spot for it. It'll show up again before too long. So I think that's got me covered for tonight. Once again, thank you everybody for joining the break tonight. I appreciate having you here. I hope I will see you either tomorrow night or another night soon. So until then, take care. Bye now.